nourisher, and we also begin by sending our durood and salutations upon our beloved messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My dear respected brothers and elders, inshallah, continuing with the series of the lives of the great luminaries. And as I mentioned previously multiple times, that my intention with the series was to present to you a quick overview and a quick summary of the accomplishments and the piety and the lives of the four great A'imma, known as in the Arabic language Al-A'imma Al-Arba'ah. So we started with the life of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala, known as Nu'man ibn Thabit, how his parents got married, how he was as a youngster, and the accomplishments that he had attained, and at the same time how much did he contribute to the Muslim Ummah. Now, my brothers and elders, as I mentioned, the purpose of the stories is not so that we can make ourselves feel good and listen to something entertaining and say, MashaAllah, what a pious man he was, and then we don't bring in about a change in our life. They should motivate us. He should motivate us all. That if he could do it, even though he was not a Sahabi, if he could do it, even though he was not a prophet, then I could do it also. So upon an occasion, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala was in his shop, and as I mentioned to you that he was a cloth seller, he was a merchant, and he used to sell expensive cloth. The material was very expensive. Now, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala was approached by a customer, and he said that I want that cloth. So he said to his worker who was under him that go take the roll out and spread it for the customer so he can see the quality. So the worker of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, he spread the roll, and as he was spreading it, he started to recite durood. Salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. He started to recite sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You know, many a times when we want something from another person and we immediately realize that he's also a Muslim, all of a sudden I become a man that I never was before. I act pious. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala understood that this worker of mine, he's not that pious. He's not being judgmental, but he's just doing it for his protection, that he's not that pious that mashallah, you know, at the time when he's rolling the cloth out, that he's that pious that he starts to recite the Quran and do dhikr and to show the customer that, listen, I'm not going to cheat you, I'm such a pious man. Right? I'm such a pious man. I remember one brother who was telling me, he said that when he was talking to he spoke to multiple contractors before he built a multi-million-dollar house. So it was a hilarious story. He said that I called so many people, so I said, you know what, let me give my Muslim brother the opportunity to earn some money so he can build my house. So he said that the moment I called him, he started to recite Quranic verses, and he started to recite the ahadith, and he started to act a certain way. So he said, I hung up the phone. I understood immediately the type of person that he was. So he says, you know what, I'm not going to deal with him. I'd rather deal with the non-Muslim contractor, unfortunately. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala understood this also. He said to him that the deal is cancelled, close the shop. I don't care how much business I lose. How dare you use the name of our beloved messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam in such a manner? Why did you have to use the wasila or the means of attaining his business by using the means of the name of our Prophet, beloved messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He closed the shop, transaction cancelled, and he went home, and he had that fear that maybe, what if my money is now haram? They had that fear. Nowadays, unfortunately, the Muslims are taking in haram as if there's no accountability tomorrow. Whereas our pious predecessors were even afraid of something that had doubt. I mean, his wealth is not going to become haram, because selling a cloth is not haram. Selling a cloth by saying sallallahu alayhi wasallam, or by reciting a few verses of the Quran, the wealth does not become haram. But it's just that his piety was so high that he, rahimahullah ta'ala, regarded that it might become haram. So this was Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala. Upon an occasion, the Khalifa of the Muslims, Abu Ja'far al-Mansur rahimahullah, who was the Khalifa of the Muslims at that time, he became fed up of the inhabitants of the houses which were near the Kaaba, the compound of the Al-Haram. He kept on giving them multiple offers that whatever the market value of your houses, sell it to the Islamic government, and we will pay you not only triple, we will pay you even a higher price. Because Abu Ja'far al-Mansur rahimahullah realized that on a yearly base, so many hujjaj and so many mu'tamirin, so many people who come to perform hajj and umrah, there's no space in the vicinity of haram. It gets cramped because of these houses. So Abu Ja'far al-Mansur did not want to use brute force, because of course that's not permissible. And the people's mindset was such that I am not going to sell this house even if you were to give me 10 times the value of it. Why are they not selling the house? Because of their love that they have for the Kaaba. They wanted to see the Kaaba every single day. They wanted to perform their salawat in the vicinity of Haram. So word spread that Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah has come into Makkatul Mukarramah. Abu Ja'far al-Mansur rahimahullah approached him and he said to him, listen, because they knew that he's an intellectual man who knew how to talk to people and convince people, that this is the issue that the Islamic government is facing. We cannot forcefully, through eminent domain, take their house. They're not selling it either. We're ready to pay them the amount, a substantial amount that they will never ever even see in their life if they were to live, but they're still not selling it. Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah said that the solution is very easy. These people are not selling their houses, right? Not because they're greedy, right? They're not selling their house because these are pious people living around the vicinity of the Kaaba. So therefore, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala understood. And he said to the government that you people need to go and ask them, that was the Kaaba, did the Kaaba descend while you had your houses? So if they say yes, then they have lied. And they're good Muslims, they're not going to lie. Or was the Kaaba there from before your houses were built? They're gonna have to speak the truth, that our houses were built after the existence of the Kaaba. So basically, he advised them that now use this aspect of the religion and this perspective of the religion to convince them, because of their immense love for the Kaaba, and tell them that the Haram and the Kaaba and the vicinity of Haram, Al-Masjid al-Haram, needs these houses to be gone, because the Kaaba has more right over the land, and the people who are coming for Hajj and Umrah have more right to the vicinity than your own houses, because the Kaaba was there before your house. So when they approached and they said these statements to them, immediately they said that what an advice Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala gave. In the Jami' Masjid of Kufa, when Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala was teaching, just like how I'm standing in front of you and you're all listening, a man came and he started to curse him and swear towards him, to the extent that the students of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah became fed up, and they wanted to now go and reprimand that man and tell him to leave from here. Some of them were even ready to physically escort him out, and quite possibly that would not have ended in a very fruitful manner. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala pointed towards them that let this man say whatever he wants to say up until he finishes, but the man was not ending. The man, Allah knows what hatred he had for him, he was just not stopping. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala closed the books and he walked out of the masjid, and the man is now following him all the way until his house. When Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala reached his house very respectfully in a calm manner, and he said to him, "Oh my Muslim brother, oh my brother in Islam, I'm really tired. If you're done, I will go to my house, and you're also invited. But if you're not done, I will remain standing here up until you finish." In a very respectful manner. The man was ashamed and he asked for forgiveness. Because there were a lot of rumors that were spread, unfortunately, due to some corrupt individuals. And then even some scholars, not all, some scholars who had not yet met Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala, they had that ill feeling towards Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala. Later on, when they would read his books and when they would meet him, it's as if someone had casted magic on them. Immediately they would change their view in regards to him. So Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah, a great scholar of our Islamic history who deserves a series of his own, upon an occasion was with the great Imam al-Awza'i rahimahullah ta'ala in Syria. Now, Imam Awza'i rahimahullah said to him that, "O Abdullah," because he's also from the land of Khurasan, and Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala's ancestry is also from that land. He said to him, "Who is this man by the name of Abu Hanifa, who's known Abu Hanifa? He is a mubtadi'. He's a bid'ati. He has innovated a lot of rulings in Islam. And this is the news that has reached me." Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala realized that there's no point in arguing with this great Imam al-Awza'i rahimahullah, who's almost at the same caliber and at the same level as Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. Abdullah ibn Mubarak went home, and he went and he picked up the books of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, and he wanted to share those pamphlets or those articles or those books with Imam al-Awza'i, but he started to read them on his own. Hours and hours had passed, and then he quickly realized, "Oh well, I had to quickly go and give these books to Imam Awza'i rahimahullah." He went and he gave the books to Imam al-Awza'i rahimahullah, and he said to him, "Shaykh, I do not understand this. Can you please answer this question?" So Imam al-Awza'i rahimahullah ta'ala sat there and he kept on reading and reading and reading and reading. Asr finished, Maghrib finished, Isha finished, and he stayed there in the masjid for a very long time. Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahimahullah ta'ala is observing him. Later on, he said to Abdullah ibn Mubarak said to Imam al-Awza'i that, "Oh Shaykh, what do you comment about these books?" He said that it seems like this man by the name of Nu'man, he is a great scholar. I want to go and meet him. I want to go and meet him. And you, O Abdullah, you should also go and meet him so that you and I both can increase our knowledge, because this is something that is way out of our league. Abdullah ibn Mubarak said to him that Nu'man is the same person as Abu Hanifa. He's the same individual who you are stopping me from going and visiting in Kufa. And you're the one who was calling him mubtadi'. Then he immediately realized that the rumors that the people had spread in regards to him were just rumors. They had no base whatsoever. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant me and all of us the ability and the tawfiq to look up to these great luminaries and to regard them as our role model and to follow the footsteps of our beloved messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wa akhiru da'wana an alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wa alaykum assalam.